Welcome to the presentation, 7 Must-Have Skills for a Salesperson and Role of Training. According to a research by Harvard Business Review, only 1 out of 250 salespeople exceeded their targets. Only 9.1% of the sales meetings result in a sale. Why is it that some salespeople succeed and some don't? Experts attribute this success to certain skills that winning salespeople possess that distinguish them from others. Let's look at some of these skills. Developing good listening skills is part of developing good communication skills, as communication includes listening as well. Salespeople need to assess the needs of their customers accurately to judge if the person is a good prospect or not. They also need to listen well, as customers might be passing on valuable information which can help in making a sales pitch. Therefore, a good salesperson needs to have good listening skills. Asking correct questions and at the appropriate time is an important skill required by a salesperson. Questions can be a powerful tool to persuade people or in building relationships. They need to know about different types of questions, such as open and closed-end questions, funnel questions, and more. We use all these types of questions in our day-to-day life, but a salesperson needs to be conscious and know when to use which type of question. Salespeople should know the product being sold inside out. Only a thorough knowledge about the product will enable them to talk convincingly to prospects, which in turn ups their chances of selling. Salespeople should recognize the various steps involved in a sales process: identifying the prospects, preparation for the meeting, product presentation, handling objections, identifying the buying signals, closing the sale, and follow-up are important steps in the sales process. Breaking down the sales process ensures that salespeople build up where they are comfortable and work on the areas they need to improve. Salespeople should know what are the typical objections raised by customers. This helps them to handle objections, such that it does not come in the way of closing a sale. Salespeople need to be up to date with information, such as offers from competitors, market trends, and updates, which might help tackle customer objections. Buying signals indicate that a prospect is willing to invest in the product he has just been introduced to. Buying signals could be in the form of body language, questions or statements that the prospect makes, and salespeople should be smart enough to identify them during their course of conversation with clients. Negotiating and closing skills are essential prerequisites of selling. Sales team needs to know about discounts that can be offered, the clauses that are non-negotiable, and circumstances where they can make exceptions, the conditions that govern them, and so on. Salespeople need to have the ability to use this information judiciously to conclude the sale. Let's look at all the skills that a winning salesperson possesses. Is it possible for salespeople to acquire these skills in a 2 to 3 day training program? These skills can only be developed over a period of time. 2 to 3 days training can only bring awareness about the need for these skills. Salespeople cannot become experts at the end of the training program. Salespeople develop their skills over a period of time. They fine-tune their abilities, either from their peers or while on the job. Can organizations provide a formal, structured help at hand for them to take it forward, instead of just relying on ad hoc possibilities? Organizations can facilitate the development of these skills for the sales personnel by creating a collaborative learning environment within the organization. It helps the sales team to continue learning, even after their initial sales training program. This learning platform can be a catalyst, which helps salespeople develop these skills over a period of time. Let's see how a collaborative learning environment is different. Learning snippets can be bite-sized. Information can be accessed, either through laptops or smartphones. Knowledge can be packaged in multiple formats, such as videos, podcasts, or simple PDF documents. This collaborative environment can have chats and discussion forums, which enable salespeople to interact with their peers, not just within their region, but across different regions. Content can be pushed to the salespeople when there are important updates, and salespeople can pull up the relevant content when needed from this single platform. Let's now look at some ideas on how this collaborative learning environment can be used to build essential skills in a salesperson. You can develop bite-sized modules, not more than 2 to 3 minutes, of listening comprehension. A salesperson will have to listen to a customer, client, or prospect talk, and then answer questions based on what they have just heard. What are the right questions to ask? Scenarios developed for the purpose can help salespersons understand the use of questions and their application. These can be in the form of short clips or quizzes. Alternatively, a scenario can be given and salespeople can be asked to choose the right question in a given situation. It then becomes an interactive exercise. Salespeople receive training about the sales process of an organization when they join the organization. However, it is useful to revisit the process and reinforce its relevance and importance from time to time. This can be in the form of refresher training, which can be taken online at a time convenient to the salesperson. E-learning and M-learning can be effectively used to train salespeople on products. Videos or animations of the product features could be prepared and used to reinforce product knowledge of the sales staff. Online format is best to provide product updates and market information to salespeople who spend maximum time in the field. Training for handling customer objections, identifying buying signals, and tips for negotiating and closing skills can be done through scenarios, real-life examples, and case studies. A lone salesperson working in a distant territory might have his or her downtimes. It is during these times that an online community will help pep up a salesperson's spirits. It could be in the form of an informal platform, where salespeople can learn from each other's experiences. This helps share information, exchange notes, and build on their skills, while learning from each other. Winning salespeople are said to possess certain specific skill sets. These skill sets cannot be built overnight. It needs a continuous and ongoing effort, both on the part of the organization as well as the individual. Online training methods can be creatively used effectively to build these essential skills in a salesperson. To read articles on more similar topics, please visit blog.comlabindia.com. Thank you.